Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If it's your first time being here, you're just in time for our end of the year readings, and if you're a returning listener, I appreciate you coming back. This is the last batch of full zodiac sign readings for 2021. I will see if I can get a pick-up pile in there before the new year, but I definitely cannot get another full batch of these in, so this is it. This is what I got. And our reading today is about what do you need to hear, say, or do to finish wrapping up the year 2021. So let's get started. We've had quite a wide range of readings. I'm coming up to you guys kind of last in my batch. Sorry, it's got me like pausing, like your energy just totally shifted. It got distracted. It was just, I'm coming up to y'all kind of last. So I've had a wide range of readings, but they've all been fairly deep. Holidays and end of the year can be very deep emotional times, or just very expansive. People doing all kinds of stuff around the holidays, right? So, which your cards are just, they just keep on shuffling. So let's pick 4, it said. 4. All right. So again, checking in. What do you need to hear, say, or do to finish wrapping up the year 2021? Let's get started. Okay, it was giving me the movie Spirited Away. Spirited Away. And because even though there's not a face back here in this rock, there's carvings on it, and it kind of looked like this little grumpy face. There's this head in that movie Spirited Away that like bounces around and kind of goes, and it's just something kind of funny from that movie. So it's talking about movies, it's talking about art, definitely with this creativity card. And I love Miyazaki movies. That's what that movie is, Spirited Away. It's one of my favorite ones. It's also literally talking about that title, Spirited Away, in the sense of like getting away, having a nice little day trip or retreat for yourself, some quiet time, just treating yourself nice for the holidays, right? Overall, whether that's relaxing and meditating, being alone, watching a movie, doing something artistic and creative. In general, that is what it's bringing to you here, Libra. So that's a nice start. It just kind of like totally corrected itself then and said, no, like we literally want you to pour into yourself, because if you're not pouring into yourself, then you cannot keep all these other people afloat, right? It's like, it was very clear and direct when it came through with this. For some of you guys, this is a message for you, Libra, that you need to pour into your own cup. And that's why you're standing over here, just kind of meditating, soaking stuff up, being artistic, creative, enjoying a movie. But this is also possibly a message that you're speaking to others. Definitely getting the indication, though, that like it's time for you to pour into your own cup. It just kind of mentioned bubble baths and stuff like that too, right? So that's what I mean, like total relaxation, some self-care in whatever form that really is for you, and just some peace and like beautiful imagery and tranquility, right? Sounds great. It's moving pretty quickly. Like it's not pausing anywhere, but that message was very clear. Because look what happens when you pour into your own cup, Libra. Oh, look at it glowing too. It's just, it lights you up is what it's saying. It lights you up. It's the light glowing off of this is what it's pointing out. And now it's just like shining up into her face and lighting up her eyes. And look at how beautiful she looks with her dress. And look at her taking care of these little creatures, being a good mom, empress, all around, just bountiful, abundant woman. It just gave me a song. It gave me the song, it says 1, you're like a dream come true. 2, just want to be with you. 3, Girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. 4, repeat steps 1 through 3. 5, I think it says make you fall in love with me. And then it says, whenever I believe my work is done, then I start back at 1. We have the ace here. And we've got a 3 and a 3. So, and I've already had a 3-3-3 message for one part. We're not quite there yet, but we do have a 3 and a 3 and a 1. So this is, that's what I mean. It's talking about the actions that you take in self-care and nurturing yourself, Libra. 1, first of all, tell yourself you're a dream come true. 2, you just want to hang out with yourself. I just want to be with you. 3, that's the whole thing. It's all about that self-care time. You were like singing that song to yourself in essence, but we were talking about baths, maybe relaxing to some music, and right, just got good positive messages. It's all about some positive messages of self-care and self-love just being poured into you. People telling you, no, you need to fill up your cup. Why? Because this is you when you fill up your cup, and you're radiant and beautiful and everyone can see it. So it's literally like she got a refresher. Like, look at her. She's looking not like rough or anything, right? It's just her dress is kind of turning into, it's getting dirty and ragged maybe on the bottom. Her hair is kind of wild. And it's not that there isn't a bit of wildness over here, but this is definitely a little more like embellished, it's saying. Embellished, dolled up, right? So that's the thing. Is it's just like your beauty shines when you pour into yourself. You said, uh-oh. Hang on, let me sit with it. Bickering. Bickering. There was several little voices going. When I just did that, it gave it to me like Marge Simpson watching her 2 kids fight, right? So Libra, it's around the holidays, all our kids and everybody's mingling and everything, right? There might be some squabbling here and there. It's talking about like, right, like family, how at family time, there for some people's families, there can be some tension, and that's what's represented here in this 2 of stones with the challenge. It can be about some money and finances, but I wouldn't say things are too tight with the 2. I wouldn't say things are too tight. It's just, it was giving it to me more as the bickering energy. So I'm catching more of that about like family tensions and squabbles and some challenges to face in that way. It just said, like, it doesn't want to go into it, right? Like, it doesn't want to go into that. So it's kind of like, like, that's another reason why your reading's moving kind of fast, because you're like, totally taking care of myself. Oh, there's that. Okay, we're going to go back to this and take care of myself. Nope, I don't want to do that energy. Go back to this. So that's now, and that's something that's pointing out. Let's get a few more cards and see if we can clarify a few of these messages for you here. Let's do 3. Abundance, 6 of Wands. So with this, it's talking about like the food and the warmth and, right, some parties. There's no people here though. And again, it's been talking about your self-care. I think, Libra, I think you really just like want to go chill and veg by yourself. Like you're at the get-together and you're at the gathering, but you're just not that interested in socializing. And I think it has to do with some of this energy over here. And it's like your plan literally from the get-go is, you know what, like, I'm just gonna chill over here and do my thing and have a good time and fill up my cup and be great and just, you know, like that, like it's such a, whoop, like, wait, nope, nope, not doing that, focused on me today kind of deal. It's good energy to have for the end of the year, especially when you see how beautiful and radiant and abundant you are when you do that, right? So just keep that vibe for sure, Libra. Like, no doubt about it. And things are very abundant. There's plenty to go around. So I'm definitely not catching that vibe about like people not having enough. It's more about like, no, there's plenty to be had. There's all this, like I'm good, but I just kind of want to like chill by myself and take care of myself, right? Okay, it instantly matched up her orange dress to this orange dress. For some of you guys that said I wasn't sleeping because her eyes are closed. This is the seer, the high priestess, and she's got her eyes closed. And it was just giving it to me how like at family functions after you eat a big meal, right? You usually pass out in a chair. So there was a joke there that was like, I wasn't sleeping. Just was resting my eyes. I just had my eyes closed. And that's where it's saying though, like you can really sense some things. There's a lot of feminine energy here. So that's the thing. When you kick back and take care of yourself, it allows you to meditate, rest your eyes. It allows you to sense and feel out other areas and aspects of your life or people or situations that you just couldn't deal with otherwise, right? Like this is, it just said like your rest time. This is totally your rest time. But when you rest, you can learn things, you improve your mind. And the high priestess is all about gaining that intuition and inner wisdom. So literally taking a nap sometimes can help you feel better, to help you solve solutions, make you feel better to socialize, right? And that's kind of what it's saying, is like you're tapping into your feminine energy. It's like, no, I'm just gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna come back feeling radiant and beautiful, feeling much better when I'm done, right? So that's some nice energy to have. What's this last card here? The Sun. And give it to me in like 3 different ways. So it was number 1, pointing out how there's the fire of this abundance, but there's no people here. Now look at all this fire and look at this light and this fire coming out of this person. And that's where it's very much bringing through that whole message about how it was saying the sun as in kids, right? Like it's about the kids for the holidays and the happiness that these people in general bring into your life. It's not so much about the things, it's about the people in a major big way, right? Definitely just gave me some Christ energy, right? Christmas, it's all about the sun. With this coming out here under this 2 of Stones though, that's where it was saying like it's about your son, their happiness. That's another reason why you need to take care of yourself, because it's kind of like you're doing it for your kids. You're doing it for your son, right? You gotta take care of yourself as a mom or as a dad, as anybody, so that you can take care of your kids. And that's part of the struggle too. But with this bickering and fighting, again, it could just be those kids squabbling. You're trying to keep everyone happy and glowing. I said, and pass that on because you're so radiant up here. You're trying to pass that on. I feel like there's a challenge somewhere with that. Somebody is making it a bit of a challenging time to fully embrace this energy. And this person's got their eyes closed too. And that's where like, there's some folks here with their eyes closed, like trying to just rest and embody this beautiful holiday energy and just be happy and spread it and be cheerful. And then there's just kind of this patch of challenge over here. And this card right here did slide off the top of the deck. So I'm going to put that right there just because I got to know kind of what's up with that. Three of Bows, fulfillment. So there's a crossroads, right? Something's coming to a crossroads for either you or maybe these other people. It's Mercury energy. Mercury energy, and I didn't learn this until like this year because my sign, Virgo, is actually ruled by Mercury, but I was playing this video game actually, and video games, Mortal Kombat, yeah. So I see that too. I was playing this video game, and someone said a line about, well, like, you know, he's mercurial. And I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up, and it means that your mood changes quickly, and like your temper can change kind of quickly. So it's like it goes from like hey to this bickering stuff and back and forth. And as much as there was the video game reference there, which again, if we're talking about kids, I don't want to play, no, I don't want to play, like all that stuff, right? That's where this person was like, hey, because it's like, stop, like y'all gonna stop this crap, y'all gonna stop fighting, right? You're gonna stop this crap. That's something that's coming through here too. I was saying there was something kind of like snagging this happiness, kind of blocking this, and it's like it's about your son and everything. This could be adults fighting too. Doesn't have to just be kids. It could be adults fighting. And I honestly feel like with this hand up, it's both a hey, but it's also a stop. And then you've got the bow out here, and it's like, don't make me pull out the bow, right? Like, we don't want to do all that. Or don't make me take it away from you if it's kids fighting over a toy. There's definitely some kind of little patch. It's not bad. It's just kind of there. There's some right here. And for the most part, Libra, you're just chilling and maintaining your own energy and doing great with it, and it's all for a good reason. But it's like, it's kind of hard to ignore that this is over here, and you see this energy like coming to a crossroads, coming to a head, and that's where you're like, stop, right? Like, stop. Interesting. It makes me want to keep pulling cards. I don't want to keep pulling cards. So just this patch over here, do what you feel like you need to do, but 6 out of 8 of these cards over here are all about you. Remember, starting back at 1, when you get too distracted by some other energies, come back to yourself, take care of yourself, maintain yourself, because you making everybody happy and you're glowing, even when you got your eyes closed and you taking a nap in a chair, right? Like, it's all good. It's the light that you bring to these events with everybody, not the gifts, not everything else. It's about the kids. It's about the joy. It's about the sharing. It's about, yes, some rest, taking care of yourself. There's some of this energy over here. For the most part, you're handling it well. Just try to, kind of ignore it. Let's get a rune for you, Libra, and see what the final little note is. And that's to wrap up the end of the year. So I said, don't mind like the haters or the squabblers or let's pull a rune. All right. Othala or Othilla. I think it goes both ways. I think you can pronounce it both ways. It's usually about like inheritance and ownership. So 23, ownership. It's about home, assets, inheritance, family, tradition, learning from the past, and good luck. So very positive rune. I don't see anything here, and we're all talking about like Christmas and gifts, or if there's other holidays where people exchange gifts and things, right? Definitely sharing food and bounty and feast, going to people's houses, seeing your parents or your kids. That's all here in this rune. Let's look into this book here and look at the extended definition. So Othala, it means inheritance, heritage, tradition, ancestral property, and family ties. Othala, the final rune in the Elder Futhark, is the rune of heritage and speaks to what we come into the world with in terms of who we are born to and raised by. This rune may refer to literal inheritance of land or other property, but it is often about the intangible things we inherit from our family of origin, for better or worse. No matter how we may resemble or differ from the rest of our family, and no matter how far from home we have traveled or how independently we have established ourselves, all of us carry traits, beliefs, habits, and influences from our family of origin. Drawing Othala may indicate that an aspect of your current situation is related to your background, perhaps unconscious beliefs you absorbed as a child, or some other element that shaped your upbringing. Like Fehu, the first of the runes, Othala is associated with wealth. However, this is not movable wealth, such as cattle, but ancestral wealth in the form of land. In ancient Scandinavia, land held within a family could not be sold, but had to be passed down from generation to generation. This practice meant a strong foundation of community, keeping families, clans, and cultural traditions rooted in place. Othala symbolizes these family ties, which are an integral part of life in past centuries and still are for many people today. If you live close to your extended family, Othala may be advising you to lean on them for emotional or material support in a challenging matter, or to provide support to a family member in need. We were kind of talking about this patch over here, right? This can also be true if you live further away, although in this case, the rune could just be nudging you to check in with your people back home. In many readings, Othala points to a tension between the traditions you inherited and the current way you're approaching your life. Perhaps you have a lifestyle that your parents or ancestors would not approve of, or perhaps you are finding it necessary to hide your true self and conform to the dominant worldview of those around you. Also kind of here. Othala represents a maintaining of the status quo, the way things have always been done. In an ever-changing world, however, it's up to you to distinguish between what is useful to hang on to and what needs to be discarded so that you can live and grow in your own authenticity on the physical, emotional, and spiritual levels. I did kind of pull it out in reverse for a split second, and if it wasn't for this card being here too, I wouldn't read this part, but it does say, Othala reversed often points to conflict and disharmony within the family, and could indicate a divorce or major rift, or perhaps arguments over inheritance. No matter the source of the dispute, patience and careful observance are recommended. Look, I'll say, I'm going to go chill over my eyes closed. With as much emotional detachment as possible. Yes. Avoid aggravating the situation with more discord. Othala reverse may also warn of a loss of property or possessions, or a situation where family support is denied. More generally, the reverse position indicates a feeling of being alone, isolated from family, without connection to your current dwelling place. Alternatively, it could be advising you to avoid rocking the boat. We do have a boat in here. Could be advising you to avoid rocking the boat by breaking major family or cultural taboos at this time. That's where it just said, it just came back and said, feel it out. Because if you're not supposed to rock the boat, but this came out in reverse and we got some possible conflict over here, it's like, fill up your own cup first, and it's about the kids and the family, and right, you trying. It said you trying, like, just have patience is what it just said. Like, hold on, have patience, go take a nap, go take a rest, step away, fill up your own cup. Yeah, like all of that's here. It said, depending on the reading, Othala may also signify assistance from friends or older people. It also may encourage the cultivation of a garden or a particular skill or an area of study in order to build stable resources. In some instances, is related to one or more of the parents' past lives. Gaining and holding on to wealth, healing, promote harmonious family relationships, clarity about the self and about the bigger picture, communication with ancestors. That's what this rune is for. So, yes, that's a power rune for you in both positive ways and through possibly busting through patches of some of this negativity over here too. Okay? And that's what I got for you, Libra. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. I wish you many blessings into the next year, and I will see you guys soon back here on the channel. Thank you.